What's up, everybody? Salt Blood Fishing in the building. Today, we're not doing fishing. It's freezing outside and my hands are numb, but we're gonna do a little something different today. We're gonna do some motor maintenance on the boat. It's been leaking water into the gear case. So today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna separate this lower unit and we're gonna change the seals on the drive shaft. Hopefully we don't screw anything up, so y'all stick around, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you everything you need to know. Changing out the seals. This is a 2006 15 horsepower, 2-stroke Johnson outboard. We're gonna drop the oil out of this and hey, let's do it. All right, guys, this is the setup. We got a 14-foot John boat, have a 2006 Johnson 15 horsepower, 2-stroke outboard. So when I got this boat, it didn't look like this. I put styrofoam on the floor. I glued styrofoam to the floor. And then on top of that, I glued a rubber mat over the styrofoam, and then I put carpet over it. We have a 54-pound thrust foot pedal trolling motor that I built a wooden mount for, and I run this trolling motor off a deep cycle battery, which goes in here. Just simple hookup inside there. She's a good boat, so I'm trying to take care of it, make sure that she's got plenty more years under her belt. And today we're gonna do a little bit of motor maintenance, but I just wanted to go over my setup, let you know what I got. Let's get into tearing this motor down. Okay, first thing we're gonna start out with, we're gonna let the oil out of this gear case. First thing you need, 5/32 Allen wrench. And as you can see, there's already water dripping out. Then you need a big size Phillips head screwdriver to take the other screw out. And as you can see, it's cloudy. And I just changed this oil out, so we know for sure there's water getting in there. So these seals really needed to be changed. Make sure the motor's out of gear. This top screw won't come out unless the motor's out of gear. So make sure it's out of gear, and then you should be able to just pull it out just like that. So we're gonna let this drain. As you can see, we got water in the oil. See how cloudy it is? So we're gonna let all that drain out, and then we're gonna start on these bolts. We're gonna start on these bolts up here and separate this lower unit. All right, now we got all the bolts out. We're gonna pull it down a little bit till we can get to the shifter. Now we can get to the shifter so we can disconnect the shifter. You need a flathead screwdriver. Get you a nice beefy flathead screwdriver and get this light right. All right, this is it. Big reveal. She's off. Seals out. First we have to take the water pump housing off, take the impeller off, and then we can get to the seals in the gear case. So, okay, these nuts are 7/16. So let's grab a 7/16. Oh, do I got a 7/16 down here? All right. Let's get something a little faster than that. We'll be here all day. Trying to do it like that. Same thing with these guys. Go easy on them, steady, easy pressure. We don't want to mess up the threads. We don't want to break anything. We want to be sure that this motor is good to go, so. Just go nice and easy. Don't lose, oh, goodness. Just telling y'all not to lose the pin for the impeller, and I drop it down in the gear case. So, there's your pin for your impeller. Set that aside somewhere where we're not gonna lose it. And let's take this housing off. Like that. Inspect that real good, make sure that all looks good. Cup looks good, housing looks good. Okay, so with this impeller, if you notice, all the blades are going one way. Now, this blade, if you can see it, it's a little cockeyed. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna run down and get another impeller. Because while I got it apart, I might as well get the impeller changed out. So let's pop off this plate. Just like that. Got pulled up out of the way. Set that aside. Now we're gonna take the drive shaft out. Just like that. All right. So now, what we're gonna do, this is what we're after. We got a bunch of seals right here. All these seals go straight down into the gear case. And I'm almost positive that this is where it's leaking. All right, guys. So here's the seal. It was giving me problems to pull out, but I got her, and I think this is both of the seals together. So we're gonna get this cleaned up in here, clean that hole out, and we're gonna tap in the new ones, and we should be good to go for this seal. Okay, so if you missed it when I was pulling those seals, this is what I pulled the seals with. I just put this up underneath the seal and pry it up on it and pop that seal up out of the case. So I just wanted to show y'all that, just in case I missed and y'all didn't. So we got the new seals. The bottom seal, the lip goes down. The top seal, the lip goes up. Just like that. And then we'll go get a socket. So now we got our socket. We're gonna tap this joker. That looks about right. Then we'll do the same thing with this one. Put some grease around the edge. Just like that. Bella, what's wrong, mama? All right. Take your socket, set it up on there. A little bit further. New drive shaft seal is in. She's good to go. Such a good motor. It's so important to do maintenance on these old motors because they'll run forever as long as you take care of them. We're gonna put some grease on this drive shaft. Put it on the splines. Get it all greased up. Got it greased up. Let's get it down in there. There we go. Let's take our plate. Back on there. Now we're gonna take the new impeller, get some grease on this pin. Just put a little grease on the pin and then it'll stick to the drive shaft. Just like that. Now, we'll take the impeller, slide the impeller on. Just like that. All right. We got our propeller on there. Let's get this water pump housing. Now, the impeller, it rotates clockwise. Now, as we're putting the housing down, we're gonna spin the impeller clockwise. Push down on the housing at the same time. That way you get them blades to bend in the right direction. All right, guys, when you're screwing down these bolts, if you have any resistance, just stop while you're ahead. we can't afford to mess the threads up. So we're gonna go easy, and if the bolt wants to give us any resistance, we're gonna back it out. And you might have to do that, clean the threads up so you don't have any problems. We don't want to tighten them down too much to where they crack this water pump housing. We just want them tight enough to hold everything in place. And not crack the housing. Because if you screw them down too tight and you just keep going, this is a plastic housing, it's gonna crack the housing, and then you're gonna have water seeping everywhere. So, go. Oh, that's already recording. All right, let's get this thing back on here. Pickup tube is in the grommet. This is tricky. Make sure that pickup tube is inside the grommet, and we should be good. Put it back together. Damn, alright, we're good. Now, let's start putting these bolts back in. Like I was saying earlier, if these bolts, when you put these bolts back in and they don't feel like they're going in good, don't force it, because if you misthread it, you mess the threads up, you're gonna have to get a midsection and a lower unit, or just a midsection, I guess. making progress. All right, now we got everything in. We got 90 weight gear case lube. So we're gonna fill this gear case back up. We're gonna fill it up till it comes out the top hole, like that. Make sure there's no air. Let's get all the air out of there. All right, we got everything back together. We're gonna go ahead and pour some of the salt remover. Run that through. That salt remover puts a protective coating on all the inside so that the salt doesn't corrode it. All right, guys, that's it. She's good to go. We changed the seals on the drive shaft. We changed the impeller, put new gear oil in it, so she should be good to go. So today I made this episode because I know there's not a lot of information out on the 2006, 2007 Johnson 15 horses. If today's episode helped you out in any type of way, these seals on the shaft, they're a little tricky and sometimes, you know, you can have a little trouble. So if this video could help out in any type of way, I'm glad that it did. You guys got to do boat maintenance. Preventative maintenance is so important. The worst thing you can do is just leave the boat and take it out. Then you get out there and something breaks down, now you're stuck in the river and it turns into a whole adventure that you don't want to have no parts of. So please do your preventative maintenance. Now the motor's ready to go, everything's in tip-top shape, and I can't be more happier because next weekend I'm going strong, I'm going hard, and I'm going to get some fish. I'm trying to make a video, trying to upload a video once a week. So if this is what you're looking for, fishing content, this is the channel for you. Now don't hold me to that, because with my work schedule, sometimes I have big jobs come up and I can't make videos like I want to, but I promise you I will do everything in my power to upload at least one video a week. If you enjoyed and this is the type of content that you're looking for, subscribe, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I got more content coming up, more big stuff coming up. If you do want to see some fish, go ahead and click one of these videos down here. This one or this one, go ahead and click it. Click up here if you want to subscribe. That's gonna do it, another episode. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Y'all have a lovely night. Love from Salt Blood. I'm gonna see you again, baby.